Hi, I'm Dennis with Denny Cranium. If you've found yourself here on purpose, it's because you're one of our subscribers. Thank you very much for becoming a part of our growing community. If you found yourself here by accident or you don't know how you got here, it was an algorithm from YouTube thinking that this is content you may be interested in. We normally talk about audio equipment here on Denny Cranium, Real Tech, Real Opinions, and about product that punched above its weight class. Today there was a bit of a surprise in our in the streaming world, so I thought it was worth covering. Now, for my American audience, for those of you that were streamers or you are streamers, you get your Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu, even for your cable TV content, chances are pretty good you had one of these devices from ONN. This is their 4K stick. Or if you had one of these, this is their 4K Pro. And it went against the Google Streamer. And it's a runaway success in the United States. People love them. A lot of times they're sold out. When they finally came out in Canada, the regular one was $49, and the Pro was $79. So we ran out and bought these. When they finally arrived in Canada, we were all excited to finally be able to buy them. And the day after they came out, Walmart doubled the price of them and gave us some story about how they were tagged wrong on day one. And a lot of us cried foul, waited a long time, and when the inventory finally arrived, it went from 50 to $100. Well, it looks like Amazon's done the same thing. And for years, you could buy an Amazon. Sorry, I got that out of order. You could get a 4K Plus device for $59, $49. And all the way down to $35 if it was Prime Day or Boxing Day, which is which is the day after Christmas, or on Black Friday. And then the upgraded version, the Max, was $79, and they would drop in price down to almost half of that at certain times of the year, and days that were for promotion. Well, we woke up this morning and we found the 4K Max device had almost doubled in price from $79.99 to $129.99. So let's call it $130. Those prices are Canadian, folks. I live in the Niagara Peninsula, which is about an hour away from Buffalo and an hour away from Toronto. So $130 Canadian is about 80, $90 American. So if you're America going, oh my God, $100, no, that's Canadian bucks. And the regular version, the 4K Plus, it almost doubled to $100. And what are you going, wow? What the heck happened like we're doing here? So a lot of people got lots of opinions. The price of memory has shot way through the roof. There's a company called NAND, N-A-N-D. If you invested $10,000 a year ago in that stock, it would be worth a couple of $1 million now. You wouldn't worry about this price increase. And some people Amazon was going, well, ONN did it, we can do it too. Or is it because Amazon has a whole new line of Firesticks coming out that are going to run on a new operating device called Vega? And one of the devices that has already been released is most fans of Firesticks hate it. Um, One of the big reasons for Firesticks' popularity was the ability to sideload apps from outside the App Store. If you had a Roku stick or you had an Apple TV, either it was in the units in the App Store or it wasn't. There was no way to side load it or force it onto the device. Where with a Fire Stick, for example, if you wanted to play music from Qobuz, a few clicks of the remote control, your device was able to take Qobuz being side loaded from another store. And there were lots of other apps that you could side load onto the device, mainly Android, because Amazon devices or Fire Sticks are basically built on the Android operating system with Amazon icing on top, and that's mainly for security reasons. So now that these new Fire Sticks are coming out and people can't sideload on them, are they going to buy them? And is Amazon, trying to artificially force people to buy them? Like when they come out, they say they're due any day, and by them pricing these devices at double their regular retail, are they doing that to maneuver people into the newer devices? What do you guys think of this? Are you Fire Stick users now? Were you considering purchasing a new Fire Stick? Do you use the ONN boxes? If you're in the market to buy a new device, what are you going to buy now? Like, are you looking at ONN, and especially in Canada, prices have doubled. No, I'm going to look for a lower cost device. I was going to use a Fire Stick, or I was going to buy a new one. The newer models, I can't install Qobuz on it, or other apps. I can't use it for that. So that device is out. What device are we going to buy? What device are you going to buy? And I know we talk a lot. Well, we've been talking about audio this whole time, but it also, if you subscribe to the Amazon App Store in high res, it does play high res music from Qobuz or from Amazon Music through a properly equipped audio system. And some of the new Android devices don't. Apple doesn't. So how do you think this is going to affect us here in our little part of the audio world? And if you do follow streaming devices like I do, were you surprised? Were you not surprised? Offer us your thoughts below. But wherever you are, I hope you get to listen to some good music tonight through your Amazon Fire Stick. But remember, the most important thing that we have in our lives is our families. And make sure you tell them that. Call your mom, call your dad, embarrass your kids, and tell your spouse how much you love them. You'll feel a lot better for doing so. Okay, everybody, have a good day. Cheers.